Welcome to Maximising Efficiency with Dex. Once again, I'm joined by Paul Lodder, and today we're talking about the massively controversial feature that Dex has, that being auto-publish. So I'm going to hand over to Paul to set the scene.
Thank you, Max. So what I'm going to do is just upload a document, which is a supplier statement, and we'll let that process. Because what I want to first of all is show you what happens to that document. And this is a supplier statement, and we know that if you've got auto-publish on, there is a risk that that supplier statement, or it will almost certainly happen if you have auto-publish on, that document will get published immediately across to your accounting software and reflected in your purchase ledger balance, which is incorrect. I'm just going to hand back to Max, though, while this is processing, just to show you what settings you need to apply to prevent that from happening. And then we'll re-upload the document again and just show you that process going through.
Perfect. Okay, so I have a lot of people in practice either loving auto-publish or absolutely hating it. And I think that's because people take a bit of an all or nothing approach. So if you come to the integration setting in Dex Prepare, what you'll see is you can automatically publish all items, which if you tick that on, it will auto-publish everything that comes through, taking into consideration the exceptions beneath that. So for me, for 90% of cases, that automatically publishing all items probably isn't the best use case. And for me, it's doing it on a supplier level. So, but before I show you how to set up auto-publish on the supplier level, there's these exceptions here below, and these apply to the supplier level rules, or if you have the full auto-publish turned on. So what we're saying here in the exceptions is we don't want to see receipts, ATM withdrawals, other mileage expense. So for me, when I was in practice, I would have the only ones unticked would be invoice, receipt, which I would keep unticked, and credit notes and refunds would be there as well. So for me, yeah, everything else would be ticked, and I'd want to review that before I processed it into Xero. So we're going to jump into how you can turn on the auto publish in the supplier list, and a little bit of an insight of how I did this in practice. So what you can see is here's a list of all of our suppliers, and we have one there for Orange Demo Co. And we've decided that for this supplier, they have clean, lovely PDF documents that Dex gets right every time. We've encountered the exceptions that it's only going to deal with invoices, credit notes, and receipts. So we don't want to look at statements, delivery notices, or anything like that. And we're happy. I'm going to turn that auto publish on. So for that supplier, auto publish is on, but keeping them considerations inside. So how I used to do it in practice was I would come into here on a quarterly basis, because being realistic, it's okay saying when a clean PDF comes in, turn on the auto publish, but you need a bit of a proactive approach to that, in my opinion, and do a bit of an audit in terms of your automation. I would come in here on a quarterly basis. I would order everything by the amount of items, see who my main suppliers are for my clients, and I would review each client in particular to see whether they have a clean PDF invoices and they fit the bill for our auto publish to be turned on. So handing back to Paul in terms of seeing that live in action.
Thank you, Max. So right at the start, I uploaded a document, a supplier statement, and we can see it's not in the inbox. Now, before I jump into showing you what's actually happened to that document, I'm going to re-upload that document again, now that we have the exception for supplier statements ticked. And we will just upload that document there, and we can see that that document is being processed. If we jump into the archive, this was the document that I uploaded a few minutes ago. And what we can see is the item was published via auto-published and automatically archived. And that's the risk when you're not using those exceptions, that documents could be incorrectly published across to your accounting software. And if we jump now straight into our inbox, this is the document that I have uploaded again, exactly the same document, but this time it is in our inbox, and we've got the option to review that document. Because Dex's engine is always looking at the type of document, this is where those exceptions to the rules and applying those make a huge difference. So we can see it as a statement. but it hasn't been published, which is exactly what we want to make sure is happening in this scenario. And you can be comfortable that everything going across to your general ledger or accounting software is showing a true reflection of what is actually outstanding. What I'll do is just hand over to Max for some final words and an update on what we might be covering next time.
Perfect. So, yeah, just a quick roundup of that. Autopublish is a really powerful feature. It takes your processing time of putting invoices to zero, which is, and I know it does comes with its concerns. So my approach and how I did it in practice was take it slow, do on a supply level, but have a proactive approach into reviewing your suppliers on a regular basis and seeing which ones would fit the bill for the auto publish. So yeah, that's it from us for now, and I look forward to touching base with you guys later on this week with some more insight. Cheers.
Thank you.